Wow. So if you imagine like the characters as simple shapes in a 3D space, it's like sometimes easier to envision the perspective and everything a little easier. That's why like learning 3D programs helps because it improves that little sense of space and shapes. And you know, when you do gesture drawings, try to there's a different type of gesture drawing where you only draw the outline, like the outside outline of the body, so only the silhouette in a way. It really helps kind of envision the overall shape of the body. It's like something that comes with time, so I think it takes a little bit of practice, but once you get that down, I think it's really easy to draw characters in like space. Yeah, perspective is really wonky sometimes. Like even in, you know how they teach you like, oh, like everything goes to like a focal point and whatnot. Sometimes like I've seen like photographs where you like would trace like trace like the lines of the building and stuff, and like the focal point will be kind of like everywhere. But that's the complicated stuff. But if you get the basics down, it's pretty. Like once you start getting it, once you start understanding, and once you start like getting a feel for it, it definitely becomes easier. Yeah. It is wonky to practice, and you would think like, oh, you know, I can just like you know take a shortcut and use 3D programs, but 3D programs I think is like a good like shortcut to just like blocking everything in and whatnot. But I think you still need like a good sense of like how perspective works and whatnot to get a convincing like 3D space or 3D program to get like a pretty convincing like scene and stuff. So, of course, there's always things where you have to break the rules and whatnot, but that's a different story. That's for the people who do a lot of or are very experienced with it and know how to break the rules. You gotta know the rules to break them. Yes, you know the rules, and so do I. Yeah, like if I'm imagining like these shapes in 3D space, it's a little easier for me to try to pose them in a way, I guess. But you know, trial and error. I'm still learning as well. I'm always still learning. Yeah. That's the thing about art. You never really master one thing. You're always learning. Always learning. Always trying to improve. The moment you think that you've, you know, mastered a craft is when you stop improving. Yeah, honestly, I think drawing, even if you think you don't have like quote unquote talent, it's something you can, you know, try your best to kind of work on. I mean, when I started drawing, I was worse than Annalise. Because Annalise was the one who started drawing first, and then I got interested in it. But I could never draw as well as she did, but I didn't quit, but she did. It's just a matter of thinking. It takes a lot of practice, and I know it takes a long time. And I think it's just what people call talent maybe is just a difference in like digesting information and trying to see like where you can, you know, improve and stuff. Maybe that's just the difference between each like artist. And some people might understand some theory stuff and whatnot a little better, but and some people have like a really good sense for like style and such. But I think to an extent you can make up that gap. Hmm. With enough like practice and thinking about it, analyzing. Yeah, at least that's what I think. I don't think I'm on the like the super genius talented level. I think I definitely just think a lot about drawing, like so uh like even before I was going to bed, I said I didn't think about like the composition and stuff, but I did a little bit. I just probably can't remember as detailed, but like when I'm just spaced out, when I'm cooking stuff, I don't really think about like what I'm cooking. I'm thinking about like what I was drawing, what I'm gonna draw, not thinking about different like coloring techniques or like a art piece that I saw, like randomly browsing like Twitter or like the website and stuff. I would look at like something. If something catches my eyes, my first thing is like, okay, what caught my eye? What's good about this picture? Is it the contrast, the composition, the characters' expressions, the energy, like their clothes, their expressions, their gestures, something like that. I like to try to break it down and be like, what can I bring into my next piece? It's always just focusing on what you can improve versus you comparing yourself to someone else's progress, in my opinion. Yeah. I mean, of course, when I was younger, when I was a little Ina, of course I compare myself a lot to like other artists online and stuff. And like, oh, I suck. I can't draw as well as them. I will feel down. But over time and over while developing, trying to develop like my own processes and everything, I just realized like everyone's work is out there. They followed their own, little process, their little journey, their path to get where they are. And what the path that I'm working on is different from what they're working on. So I can't really compare myself to them. I live in a different like environment than them. I live in a different situation than them. And it's not good to compare to other people, yeah. I mean, some people might, achieve like success like really early in their life. Some people, they start like drawing or trying something new when they're like later in their careers and stuff. It's like everyone is different. So I hope you don't lose like motivation or anything. Seeing like, oh, I can't do that yet, because even if you don't get in the first try, if you keep trying, I mean, if you keep trying, failing, try again, failing, try again, maybe it worked, try again. Someone once told me it was if you've drawn something and you don't like it, then draw again. And if you've drawn something and you like it, do it again. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, like for me, I think I'm still pretty weak when it comes to like different types of anatomy and whatnot. But every time I see like a piece of artwork or like a really well drawn like figure drawing or whatnot, I try to just like see, what can I do? What can I do? And one of the things that came up was this like try to think of the composition and like human figures and stuff, if they're like different, if the pose and everything is too difficult, try to think of it as as simple shapes in 3D space. Oh, okay, I thought that rhymed, but I guess it really didn't. It kind of sounded like it though. I mean, I'm not that great at it yet, I think, in my opinion, but I'm working on it. I know my weaknesses, so I know what to work on, in a way. It's not like I'm gonna improve, like, in a day, but I'm working on it. That's what matters. One day I'll draw without any hesitation. That's my goal. Drawing without hesitation shows confidence and experience. Anyways, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Wah!